All right, let's go through Facebook and see what immigration questions we have in something we like to call... All right, so let's see what we got here. And let's let's see our first immigration question on Facebook. Where is the first question going to come from? I'm scrolling through, I'm scrolling down, and what are we going to find? Anita Nelson has her first question. Hello, Brad. Please, I have doubt on my divorce certificate and said I should respond within 30 days. What can I do? Anita, I don't understand. Who has doubt on your birth certificate? I'm not fully getting who has doubt on your birth certificate. So please fill me in a little bit on who has this doubt and what do you mean? What should you do? Let's see what else we got here. Sam British, hi, Uncle. I was arrested for domestic violence in 2019. The case was dropped as both were charged. I got a disposition, but does not know where it is. My BAWA just got approved, but nothing yet on the green card, and the record has since been expunged. Will this be a challenge for me? What can I do? When you say the case was dropped, you have to, I'm sure there's a police record of an arrest, so get that, and then get a record from the court that they have no record. And then you'll show that there was an arrest and there's no records from the court, and that should be, I think, sufficient if they destroyed all of the records. Anita Nelson asking the same question again. I'm not sure, Anita, what is the doubt that they have on your divorce decree? So you need to be a little more specific. Elizabeth Francis with a question. Uncle Brad, if a person gets a 4-year extension and living here for over 5 years, can they do citizenship, or will they have to wait until they get the 10-year green card? They can absolutely do citizenship. You can file for it, but you still have to get the I-751 approved. So although you're filing for citizenship, it doesn't mean that you forget the I-751. What happens is, hopefully at your citizenship interview, they will interview you for both citizenship and the I-751 together. But the answer is yes, you can do it. Yum Thickness with a question. And the question for Yum Thickness is, hi, Brad, my passport is expired and I have biometrics on Friday. What can I do? It's being renewed. I have receipts. Yum, do you have any photo ID? Do you have your old passport that is expired? Hopefully you can bring your old passport that's expired, but you need some sort of photo identification, even your expired passport. Hopefully you didn't give it back. Zach Latif Rahman with a question. What is going to happen with marriage-based applications? They're going to continue. Law hasn't changed. Lisa Bling Rose, who run the world, ladies? We know it's the women. Kamala Harris, congratulations to her. Let's see what else, other questions we have here. All right, Kate Simon with a question. Hey, Brad, good day. Question. When filling out the DS-260 form, do I need to put all the addresses in? What if I don't remember some? Also, do I need to put all the phone numbers I used? What if I don't remember some? Can I just put what I remember? Put what you remember, and then you could always write, there's some other addresses I don't recall, okay? But you really should get all of your addresses for certain, and you do the best that you can. Cindy Harris, just commenting on Trump, and let's see what else. All right, Zargoza family. My friend's elderly facility has died 3 patients before. No, okay. Let's see. Question, Brad. After the DS-260 sends in, how long before I get to do the medical interview do you think it will be easier for someone? Well, right now there's a proclamation that Donald Trump has put into place preventing most people, but not everybody, but most people from applying for their immigrant visas in another country. That proclamation is going to end on December 31st. Even if he extends it, Joe Biden is going to be the president by the second week of January. He is going to rescind it. The biggest problem that everybody is going to have is that there is going to be 8, 9, 10 months of people backed up to get visa appointments in another country at the U.S. embassies in Kingston, in Port of Spain, in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, all over the place, South America, Central America. There's going to be a backup of 9 months. And it's not that there's going to be double the number of employees to interview. So as a result, even though they're going to start, I am sure once Joe Biden comes in, the interview process for immigrant visas for people who are qualified, there's such a backlog of people who just been delayed. It's going to take a long time. I don't have a good answer for you at the moment. We have to see what staffing they put in place next year. Ijawawi, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, Ijawawi. Ayawawi, perhaps, Tolawalas. I submitted my I-751 with more evidence as they requested. I filed for divorce a week of our 3 years of marriage. My ex-husband left the house and came home as he liked, on and off. I got tired with so many differences and I tried my best to make it work, but no. I filed in February 2020 and I got divorced in May of 2020, a week after the 3rd year anniversary. Can I file for citizenship while my I-751 is still with USCIS? Unfortunately, no, because you haven't had a green card now for 5 years, because you and your spouse are no longer together. You're going through a divorce. You have to base your citizenship on having a green card for 5 years, not 3 years. And it doesn't sound, based on your question, that you've had the green card now for 5 years. You can certainly still remove the conditions of your permanent residence. All you need to do is prove that you're divorced and it was a real marriage, but your citizenship, unfortunately, is going to be delayed a little bit. Michelle Lynn with a question. Hi, Brad. How long does it take from the time I file my N-400? Should I receive a letter to do my fingerprints? I have to file for my N-400 August 24th, but I haven't got a date for my biometrics. The citizenship is going to take about a year. That's what it's taking right now. Timo Banks. My friend is married but lost the wedding pics. Can he still file for adjustment of status without the pictures? Absolutely. There's lots of ways to prove it's a real marriage, but I have to tell you, I can't imagine marrying a woman and then telling her, babe, I lost the wedding pictures. That man's going to have a lot of making up to do. But yeah, there's other ways to prove it's a real marriage. Abby Wybe. Hi, Brad. Question. Derivative petition for son when he was under 21. Now he's over 21. Just one sibling under 21 got documents with mom. Mom's sister petitioned mom and kids at the same time in 2005. The docs received in 2018, but not for the older son. Well, once the derivative child turned 21, you got to qualify that kid who turned 21. It sounds like there was an F4 petition filed, brother, sister, or sister, sister. You have to qualify that child under the Child Status Protection Act. And unless you have an approved I-130 and you know the date it was filed and the date it was received and when that child turned 21 and when that child was eligible for a green card, it's a mathematical formula that you need that information to figure out. A lot of times the National Visa Center screws you over on those, so you definitely want a lawyer to take a second look at it. Patrona May with a question. Hey, Brad, my son did his interview in February, but it is affected by the proclamation. Will he have to do back a medical? Yes. If the medicals are going to be more than 6 months, he's going to have to do it again, unfortunately. Hey, Brad, what's the cost to apply for citizenship now? Well, Abigail Taylor Watson, the cost is, drum roll, please, $725. Elizabeth Francis, Uncle Brad, you read my question, but I didn't hear. Did you say I can file for citizenship or will I have to wait on the I-751? You can, if I recall your question, Elizabeth, was that you've had your green card now, almost your conditional green card, almost, you're waiting on your conditional green card on the I-751 4 years. So you're more than 5 years since you got your conditional green card. So yes, you can file your citizenship now.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.